plaintiff, Shannon Swarzbinski, was married to the defendant, and she claims their marriage was fine until their son was born. Shannon says the defendant was jealous of their son because he was no longer the center of attention, and she's suing him today for unpaid child support. Defendant Michael Shepard says he fought to stay married to Shannon for the sake of their son, but she divorced him because she was no longer in love with him. Michael claims even though he has court-ordered visitation, Shannon keeps him from seeing his son, so he's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
Your Honor, for the past 10 years, I was married to Michael. The only good thing that ever came out of my marriage for Michael was my son, Chris. He's jealous of Chris. Anytime I would go out and buy anything for Chris, I would come home and he'd be like, how come you didn't buy anything for me? I can't tell you how many times, how many girlfriends he's had. At one point, he was living with a girl that supposedly was his girlfriend.
This is before or after the marriage?
This was after the marriage.
When did you
was
all
living
divorce?
with the girl.
When did you divorce?
2009.
All right.
In the beginning, it was great. Perfect. He was very thoughtful, kind. But the minute I had our son, jealousy. Because he wasn't the center of attention anymore. I fell out of love with him. I was tired of his antics, bossing us around, manipulating us. Now, I'd have to pay the rent, and he'd rather go out and buy Metallica CDs, a box set, or he'd rather go out and buy an Xbox system when I'm trying to buy formula and diapers for my son. My brother made him take it back. Made him take it back. You need to pay your rent, and you have to put diapers on that child.
Me hear from you, sir, about the background during your marriage. She was telling me that you were jealous every time she brought something.
No, that's not true.
Okay, you want to tell
Yes, it is, Mike.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, I was not
You're jealous of
No, I was
everybody.
not.
Anytime anybody bought anything for myself or for Chris, how come I didn't get anything? Nobody treats me like that. You know it.
Was he the youngest child in his family?
Yeah, he's a baby.
He's the baby of
He's
the
a baby.
family? You're the baby of your
Yes,
family?
I am.
Yes, he is a baby. He's a baby. He was living with a girl. He was living with a girl that was not even divorced, probably, with 3 other kids, and was putting my son into that situation.
All right, I'm going to give you a chance for all that. I was trying to let you all kind of give me some background on the marriage and the divorce. Yes, sir.
The last year that I was married and with this woman was a living hell.
Hell, are you talking
Yes,
about?
it was a
let
living
him
hell.
speak.
Living hell? What are you talking
Yes.
about? I'm the one that filed
No.
for divorce, Mike, because
You
I
know
couldn't
what?
stand being with you.
I didn't want to be with you for a while, but I was fighting. I was doing
Mike,
it for our
you,
kid.
how come you didn't want to sign the divorce papers?
I did sign the
You
divorce
did not.
papers.
After
Yes,
somebody
I
else
did.
came and told you, you have to sign them.
No, I
That's
did.
the best thing for you to do. You're
I
lying.
did.
Mike, you're lying. Knock it off. Your Honor, he's an habituous liar.
Why are you...
I am not.
Such a liar.
Oh, my God,
All he
I
does
am
is
not.
Lie. All he does is lie.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You've been divorced for 6 years. Why are
She
you all
thinks
so
she still owes me.
emotional?
Huh?
After 6 years, why are you so emotional?
She doesn't let me see my son.
You
I
do
have a
see your
court order
son.
saying I'm supposed to
You
see him
do
every
see
other
your
That's
weekend.
enough, ma'am. Now let's get back. You say you divorced her. Why?
She divorced me
Why?
because I guess she wasn't in love with me.
She never told you?
She didn't tell me until we after we divorced that the last 5 years that she wasn't in love with me.
All right.
Yeah, and your son was 5 years old too. That's when the jealousy started. Was when
No.
your son
Tell
was
me
born.
about the child support, then I'll let you get to your emotional distress.
Your
and
Honor-
it's quite obvious why you suffered emotional distress. Go
Your
ahead.
Honor, I can't even tell you.
Having fun with you. Go ahead.
I have had to take my son to the emergency room. My son has ADHD. He's on medication. Gave him a whole can of energy drink.
I
My
did
son
not.
was in the hospital. Yes, you did.
Your Honor, I did
have
not give him a whole
Your
can.
Honor,
I
have
said,
the
you know what?
emergency
He
room
forgot to bring-
paperwork. This is the emergency
When was
room
that,
paperwork.
ma'am?
That's from when he had to go to the emergency room that says, do not give him energy drinks. Another time was our son is on medication. I forgot to pack my son's medication. I called Mike right away and said, where can I meet you? I forgot to give you Chris's medicine. He turns around and says, oh no, I have some. Why do you have his medicine? When he is with you, he is supposed to take it. That time, he does not watch his son take his medicine.
Yes,
at
I
all.
do.
No, you do not. How come
my
you had
God,
his
yes, I
medicine?
do.
You say to him, well, it's not my responsibility. He should know when to take it.
Ma'am.
He's little.
And that's your new husband?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's worse than I am. He's worse than I am.
He's worse.
He's worse than I am. Oh, yeah. He's worse than I am. Mike's even put our marriage in stress. Because he comes home. Our son comes home and he tells us.
It sounds like you're responding to what he's going to say because he made mention of you denying visitation. So it sounds like you're trying to suggest these are the reasons why. But first, you need to prove your case for unpaid child support. That's what you're here for.
Okay. Your Honor, I have from the Child Support Division a copy that Michael owes me $5,722.66.
For what years?
Michael had a court order from 2009 to be paying child support through the state, which he has not. Finally, in 2011, he started paying once in a while through the state because the state found him. We never know when a child support is coming, if he's even paid it. I never know.
6 years, he's paid $2,000 a year.
Your Honor, I have documents of exactly how he's been paying.
Okay,
We've gone 6
but I'm
months,
just saying, it
7
averages
months.
out. I mean,
Nothing.
it averages
Nothing.
doesn't come across as a deadbeat if you paid $12,000 in 6 years.
But that is back child support when he is not paid since 2009.
I understand whenever
Your
he
Honor,
made.
do you know how hard it is to have my son? I had to have.
I know how hard it is to deal with you.
Oh, I know. But you're not.
Lord have mercy.
You gotta understand.
Please. Sir, what do you say to this? And please say it
I am
fast.
paying my child support. They are taking out my back
Now
child
they
support
are,
in my
Mike.
check every
Now
month.
they are.
She's not obeying by a court order that I'm supposed to see my son every other weekend.
Let's talk about the child support, not that.
She's keeping me from my son because of child support.
Let's talk about why you haven't paid.
Oh, sorry. That I was out of a job. I lost my job, and
What
they
years?
didn't work with my child support. They didn't correct it.
What years have you been out of work? What time frame?
2010.
You were out of work in 10. Is that the only year?
I think so.
All right. 11, you paid, it appears to be consistently in 2011. 2012, ma'am, consistently. 2013, consistently. 2014, consistently. 2015, consistently.
No, Your Honor, if you would look at the dates, they jump from month to month.
I'm looking at him, ma'am. I'm looking at him. So, ma'am, I'm not going to allow you to make the man come across as a deadbeat. I'm looking at him paying every week since 2011. Now, let's get to your counterclaim, sir, for emotional distress. How does she owe you?
She doesn't let me see my son. She puts me in tears.
That's true.
I haven't seen my son in over a month.
No, that's
Supposedly he was sick on Father's Day when I was supposed to get him.
That's not true.
What do you mean it's not true?
He was sick, Mike. He
How
had
many
a
times is he
horrible
gonna be
cold.
sick in a year
I'm
that I
not gonna
can't see
send
him?
I'm not
She's
going
my
to send
witness.
him. I'm not going to send him to your house when he's sick.
Shannon, this
and
is
why,
the
why
first
should
time
I
that I
send
haven't
him on a
seen
Friday?
him in over
why
a month
am I sending
because
him on
of
a
you.
Friday? Why am I sending him on a Friday when you are not home?
So
you
what?
are not home on a Friday.
I don't
you
get
are
home
not
till 11
home on a
o'clock. I
Friday.
work.
You're not
You
home
can
on a
come-
Friday. You should be with him at all times.
I have to work
You're not.
to pay you
You're
child
not.
support.
Right.
Right, yeah, for child
We're
support.
screwed.
If I don't work, you don't get money.
Michael, you know how hard
You know what?
You're
It's not my fault. You don't have a job, that's why you're suing me.
Mike, you're lying.
You don't have a
You're
job.
lying.
Neither
You're
does
lying.
he.
You're lying.
I have a job.
No, Michael, he's disabled.
That's enough. I was trying to
Your
let
Honor,
you guys be quiet.
Your Honor.
I was trying to let the two of you kind of get it out so I can hear
Your
what's
Honor.
going on. And what I have heard, ma'am, is you say that you haven't allowed your son to go over on Fridays because he's not there.
No.
Do you work on Fridays?
Yes, I do, sir.
All right. Who would be there?
My girlfriend and
And
her mom.
how old is your son?
12.
He'll be 12 this year.
12 years old. It sounds very reasonable that he can go there and be with his girlfriend. Do you live there?
Yes.
All right, at 12 years old. So I believe you have denied, if that's your only excuse. Give me some other examples, sir, of the denial of visitation.
There's been months that I haven't seen him.
No.
I tried calling him on the phone. I haven't talked to him for a week.
You
I don't know if he
talk
gets
to
the
him all
messages
time,
or
Mike.
not.
He's the one that decides if he wants to talk to you or see you. I give him
Why
that
wouldn't he?
choice. I tell him, do you want to go to your dad's? Your
And he
dad
says
is on
no.
the
Why
phone.
wouldn't he?
Because he doesn't. Why? So he can sit there and play video games? My son,
no.
there's been so many times that the school has noticed
What reason
when Mike is.
has he given for not wanting to see his dad?
Because his dad hits him.
Are you not hit him? Oh my God.
Quiet. Show me some evidence that
No,
he hits
because
him.
he'll-
Show me some evidence that he hits him. Have
I
you
have
gone to
evidence right
social
here.
services
This
on
is
him?
from a
Have you gone to the police?
psychiatrist.
Read where the
Yeah.
child says
It
he
says
hit him.
stop finding girlfriends. There are more important things like money, food,
Ma'am,
and your own
you said
son.
that the child said he hit him. Read that.
No, Your Honor, it's what
I
he
know it
tells
doesn't. Your
me
case is
tells.
dismissed
He's
for
afraid of
perjury.
him.
Your
He's
case is
afraid of
dismissed for
him.
perjury. Have a good day. Yours is granted for emotional distress.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
sir. Yes. What a fine day.
Mike, you're never seeing that kid again. Never.
She's a
Over the years, there's been repeated behavior where whatever girlfriend Mike's with, he's, just left Chris alone with her girlfriend's kids while he's disappeared time and time again.
This
He
isn't
yells
about
at Chris.
money. I pay for my child. It's about him being responsible,
Anytime-
and he's not. He'd rather find girlfriends than pay attention to his son. This isn't about the money. It's about responsibility, which he doesn't have. He has no responsibility whatsoever. None.
I have seen and witnessed things that have happened between them, and she rips up pictures in front of her son. And
In the beginning, for the first 2-3 years, every time Chris would go there, he'd come back belligerent, mean to me. And when we'd ask why, it was because Mike was telling him to be mean because he was jealous that Shannon and I, we've known each other since we were teens, off and on over the years. He's jealous that we connected and that she's happier with me and that I'm taking care of Chris.